everybody, my name is Lelané Bezuidenhout, the CEO of the Financial Planning Institute. So today we're going to tell you more about the Diversity and Inclusion Committee at the Financial Planning Institute. Now, diversity and inclusion is very important for us because we need to include a broad group of individuals that can help us to serve the financial needs of the Financial Planning Institute. So with me, I have the chair of the D&I committee, Olwethu Masanabo, with me. Olwethu, welcome. Tell me a bit more about you and how long have you been on the committee?
Thank you, Lelané. So I'm Olwethu Masanabo. I am currently the chair of the D&I subcommittee at the FPI, and I have been on the committee since 2023.
Yes, 2023.
2023 it was, yes. 2023. And I must say I have loved every minute of it because it is directly aligned with my personal values.
Awesome.
So diversity, equity and inclusion is very, very important to me because I understand and love the thought of people being different and people having different things in which they can contribute to platforms.
And I must say, Olwethu and I have had many discussions around diversity and inclusion even long before you were in the committee.
Yes.
So she's been part and parcel of what we do at the FPI as a certified financial planner, professional member of the FPI, but also a volunteer. So volunteer of the FPI gives back on a pro bono basis. So thank you for making time for your profession. But I'm sure a lot of you wonder, okay, but what do we do on the committee? But maybe before we jump into that, for those who don't know, the D&I committee kicked off in 2020, yes, in the middle of COVID, in the middle of lockdown. And the very first chairperson was Prem Govender. Now, Prem has also been a chairperson of the FPI board for over 10 years. So thank you, Prem, for your involvement in the D&I committee as well. So maybe let's dive into what it is that the D&I committee do. We have basically three high-level principal obligations or tasks, for lack of a better word. So the very first principal obligation we have is for the D&I committee to help the FPI to provide feedback into any regulations or policies that has to do with diversity, inclusion or transformation. So this is where the committee would help us to, for instance, provide comments on the FSA's transformation strategy or the sectorial codes from a B point of view, but it also helps us to provide comments into FPI's policies. So from a regulatory point of view, this is the committee that's been helping us for half a decade. It's 5 years now already.
Yes,
Yeah.
goodness me. 5 years.
It sounds longer, half a decade.
It does. And then another mandate of our D&I committee is to build a body of knowledge on D&I practices for the benefit of the members of the profession. So what that means is we have taken it as our responsibility as the committee to learn from practices around the world on D&I, on how best to implement it, how best to get practices to maybe transform. Mm-hmm. And the whole objective is to eventually build up a library of great D&I practices. And I know that the rest of the world has certainly kind of put a brake on D&I initiatives. But I don't think as South Africa we are actually going to do such a thing because we understand how important diversity, equity and inclusion is because we've got such a diverse nation.
Absolutely, and from our side, diversity, and we chatted about that at the committee today, it's really more about inclusion because yes, we can have diversity, but inclusion is so important. So we have to make sure that we include a diverse group of people, and a diverse group of people is young, it's old, it's black, it's white, it's male, it's female. It almost sounds a little bit like that Michael Jackson song. Yes, so for us, diversity and inclusion at the FPI is very important. I mean, you can see that at the FPI, just looking at the FPI corporate governance structure. I mean, a few years ago, Prem was the only female on the board. and also the only coloured person on the board, and it's changed dramatically over the past 20 years. And I can celebrate that we have awesome black, white, male and female, young and old people in our governance structures, but also our committees. But maybe the last task that we have as well, so what is that?
So the third task that we have as the D&I subcommittee is to highlight professionals who support and champion for diversity, equity and inclusion within the profession.
Yeah.
So as a result of that, what the FBI has done is that they do have an award which they give to a particular individual every year who has demonstrated the championship, if I can put it like that, of someone who is actively championing for diversity, equity and inclusion. And this could be in a number of ways, that they show up to try and improve the diversity of the profession and sometimes the industry.
And we've had quite a few awesome winners over the year, of which you are one.
Yes.
I still remember the year that we announced it. She had no idea, but because I knew who it was, I was staring at her face. So super excited. So it's no wonder that she is the chair of the D&I committee. And like I've said, we've had very deep discussions around what inclusion of a diverse group of people really means. But dear listener, dear member, thank you so much for your time. This is the Diversity and Inclusion Committee greeting you. Have a nice day.